Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Naeem Muzaffar. In this chart demo video, I will solve a problem involving volume of a solid, which is made of two figures. One is cylinder and other is a hemisphere surmounted on a cylinder. Okay. Let me analyze the question first. A solid S is made from a hemisphere and a cylinder. This one is cylinder and this one is a hemisphere. Okay. The center of a cylinder, the center of a circular face of a hemisphere, this one, and the center of a top face of the cylinder are at the same point. Okay. What does it mean? It means that the bottom face of a hemisphere and top face of a cylinder are coinciding with each other. They have the same center. Okay. Furthermore, the radius of the cylinder and the radius of hemisphere are both x centimeter. This radius is given, which is equal to x centimeter, and the height of a cylinder is 20 minus 4x centimeter. This one is the height of cylinder, which is 20 minus 4x centimeter. Okay. And the volume of S is V centimeter cube, where V is 1 over 3 times pi y. The volume is given, which is 1 over 3 times pi y. And find the maximum value of y. We have to find the maximum value of y. What do we have to do in this problem? Let me explain and analyze this one first of all. In this problem, we have to find the volume of this solid. Okay. In order to find the volume of this solid, we'll find the volume of a cylinder and the volume of a hemisphere separately. Okay. Then we'll add both the volume together, and then we'll compare the volume of the solid with the given volume, which is 1 over 3 times pi y. Then I will show how to find the maximum value of y by using first derivative test. In this question, we are not only using the geometry formulas, but first of all we will simplifying this expression, and then we will find the maximum value using the first derivative test. However, this problem connecting different mathematical concept in a single problem, however, this is a very interesting problem. Okay, let me start this question. First of all, we will find the volume of a cylinder with a height 20 minus 4x centimeter. What is the rule for volume of a cylinder? Volume of cylinder is equal to area of base time height. What is area of base of this cylinder? Since it is a circular base and area of circle is pi r square, therefore A will be pi times radius square times height. Now just we'll substitute the value of r and h from the diagram, which is given. Radius is x and h, height of cylinder, is 20 minus 4x. It is pi times x square times height is 20 minus 4x. Now just we'll simplify this one. Multiply pi x square inside the bracket, it becomes 20 pi x square minus 4 pi x cubed, because outside it is x square and inside x has power 1. When we multiply x with x, then we'll add the exponent with each other. However, this 2 plus 1 will be 3. Now we'll find the volume of this surmounted hemisphere with radius x centimeter. But this is hemisphere. First I will write the rule for volume of a full sphere. Volume of a sphere, which is 4 over 3 pi times radius cubed. Then volume of a hemisphere will be half of volume of a sphere, which is 4 by 3 pi and radius is x. It is given in the problem, x cubed. Now just we will simplify. The half of 4 will be 2. It becomes 2 over 3 pi x cubed. This is the volume of hemisphere. H for hemi, S for sphere. Okay. Okay. And this is volume of cylinder. I am writing just VC, C for cylinder. Okay. Now by adding these volumes, volume of cylinder and volume of a hemisphere, adding together, we'll get the volume of a solid in the given problem. Therefore, total volume V is equal to volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. Just we'll substitute the values. Volume of cylinder, this is 20 pi x square minus 4 pi x cubed. 20 pi x square minus 4 pi x cubed. This is the value of VC. Now we'll write the value of V hemisphere. The volume of hemisphere is 2 over 3 times pi times x cubed. Okay. This is the volume of a solid. Now just we'll simplify this expression. You can see that in this expression the last two terms are the like terms. Both contains pi x cubed. Okay. First I will arrange the right hand side by writing the last term first in the middle, 2 over 3 pi x cubed, and the middle term at the end because it is negative. However, it comes at the end. What I do now, I will take common this pi x cubed from the last two terms, then it becomes 20 pi x square plus pi x cubed is common. Inside in the first term 2 over 3 and the last term pi x cubed is common, therefore it is 4 here. Now I will explain how do we solve this bracket, that is 2 over 3 minus 4. Actually this is 4 over 1. Now to make the denominator same, we'll multiply the second fraction, multiply and dividing by 3. Now both fractions have same denominator. It becomes 4 times 3 is 12. It is 12 over 3. It becomes 3 is LCM and 2 minus 12. Therefore it will be equal to negative 10 over 3. However, the finally volume of a solid will be 20 pi x square, and this is equal to negative 10 over 3 pi x cubed. Okay, this is the volume of a solid, but in the problem volume is given. Here you can see that V is equal to 1 over 3 times pi times y. Therefore we will substitute the value of V 1 over 3 pi y in the final result. The left hand side becomes 1 over 3 pi y is equal to right hand side will be as it is, pi x square minus 10 over 3 x cubed. Now as we have to find the maximum value of y, therefore on the left hand side I have to make y as a subject. For this purpose, first I will multiply with 3 throughout the equations to eliminate or to cancel 3. Multiplying by 3, it becomes pi y is equal to, now when we multiply the first term on the right hand side with 3, 20 times 3 will be 60 pi x square, and in the last term 3 will be cancelled, it becomes only 10 x cubed. Okay, Actually the last term also contains the pi as it is. Here I will write pi, and here I will again write pi as it is. Now each term in this expression contains pi. If I divide it with pi, pi will be cancelled. Dividing by what? Pi. The finally expression becomes y is equal to 60x square minus 10x cubed. I would like to write it into descending order. First I will write negative 10x cubed plus 60x square. This is the algebraic expression in terms of y. Finally, I have to show that the maximum value of y. In order to find the maximum value of y, I will find the derivative of this expression. Differentiate with respect to x. Since there is a power formula y is equal to x to the power n, the derivative of y will be dy over dx with respect to x. Now n is the index of x, will multiply n with x and will reduce the exponent 1. Okay, by using this idea, the derivative of given expression will be dy over dx. Since the exponent is 3, it will be multiplied with this negative 10. It becomes negative 30, and x to the power will reduce 1. It will be 3 minus 1 will be 2. Similarly, in the second expression, we will multiply this 2 with the first number, the coefficient of x square, which is 60. 2 times 20 will be 120. 2 times 60, it will be 120, and decrease the exponent by 1, which is 2 minus 1 will be 1 only. Okay. Now we'll substitute this derivative is equal to 0, because first derivative tells the maximum and the minimum values. When first derivative is equal to 0, then we'll find the value of x, and that value of x are called also critical values, and at critical values the function has the maximum and the minimum. This is another topic. I will explain this topic in the derivative. Okay, inshallah. Now the derivative is equal to 0. It becomes negative 30 x square plus 120x. The right hand side is divisible by 30. Therefore, we will divide it by 30. The right hand side becomes 0 is equal to, okay, dividing by 30 on both sides. On both sides. Left hand side is 0, therefore it will be 0 over 30 will be 0. And the right hand side will be negative x square only. And when we will divide the last term with negative 30, with 30 only, it becomes plus, and 120 divided by 30, this is equal to 4, because 0 cancel 3, 4 times 12, it will be 4x only. Finally, we will take common x from the right hand side. It becomes negative x plus 4, and this is equal to 0. Since the product of x and negative x plus 4 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 0, and negative x plus 4, this is equal to 0. Here it will be x is equal to 4. Now by substituting the value of x equal to 4 in the y, we will get the maximum value. Since y is equal to negative 10x cubed, becomes negative 10x cubed, x is 4, 4 cubed, and plus 60 times x square, plus 60 times x square, and x is 4, 4 square. There are two values of x. One is x equal to 0 and other is x equal to 4. If we substitute x is equal to 0, then y will be entirely is equal to 0, because on the right hand side both terms contain x. By setting x equal to 0, y will be equal to 0. This is not the maximum value. However, we'll choose the value of x is equal to 4. Therefore, it becomes 4 cube is 64. 64 times 10 will be negative 640. Now 60 times 4 square, which is 16. It becomes negative 640 plus, if we calculate this without calculator, therefore rather than multiplying, it will be complicated calculations. However, we can reduce it. Since both terms contain 4 square, we will take the minimum power of 4, which is 4 square. It becomes negative 10 times 4, because it is 4 cubed and 4 square is common outside. It becomes negative 10 times 4 plus 60. However, 4 square is 16 into, it is negative 40 plus 60. 16 times 60 minus 40 is what? Only 20. Now the product of 16 and 20 is 0 as it is 320. This is the value of y, which is 320. This is the maximum value of y when x is equal to 4. Maximum value of y at x is equal to 4. This is our final answer, and thank you so much for watching the video. Allah Hafiz.